What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news. And as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market, because that is simply impossible to do. So what does it say here today? It says Dow, S&P 500, Nasdaq jump. All slides as investors hope Israel-Iran conflict remains contained. Okay, so let's get into the news. It says U.S. stocks rebounded Monday while oil prices slid as jitters over a widening in the Israel-Iran conflict started to retreat. Please retreat. Continue. War is not good, so I don't wish that upon anyone, but let's get back into the news. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose more than 300 points, or roughly 0.7%, while the S&P 500 moved up 0.9%. The Nasdaq Composite gained 1.5%. The cautious optimism follows a bruising Friday session that saw the Dow plunge more than 700 points, ouch, in a broad risk-off move. Yeah, so it gained some points back. We made some money back today. So stocks hit sessions highs as Wall Street Journal reported that Iran may be willing to restart talks over its nuclear program in an effort to de-escalate the conflict with Israel. Communication is key, right? So when asked about the possibility, Trump said, yeah, they like to talk, but they should have done that before. Okay. The geopolitical flare-up comes at the delicate moment for markets already buffeted by tariff insecurities. Friday's sell-off dragged the major U.S. index into negative territory for the week. Now investors are regaining some appetite for risk amid rising optimism that the conflict won't spill over into a broader regional crisis. Trump said on Sunday there's a good chance of an Iran-Israel peace deal, but the hostilities may need to play out first. Sometimes they have to fight it out, but we're going to see what happens, he told reporters. Okay. A measure of calm is also returning to the oil markets, rattled by fears of disruption of the global energy supply. After spiking initially, prices pushed down to Brent crude to just under $73 a barrel and WTI crude to settle down $72 a barrel. Meanwhile, the 10-year Treasury yield rose to 4.42%. While gold futures retreated from the recent rally. Bitcoin climbed to hover above $108,000 per token. So on the trade front, U.S. talks with the UE and Canada are taking center stage as Trump attends the G7 summit in Canada. Looming is Trump's July 9 deadline, the date at which his 90-day pause of steep Liberation Day hikes expire. So looking ahead, markets overwhelmingly expect the Fed to hold rates steady on Wednesday, because remember, they are meeting on the 17th and 18th in a couple of days, starting Wednesday. The Feds are to talk about interest rates. So while President Trump has maintained pressure on Chair Jerome Powell to cut rates, current market dynamics may leave little room to budge. So we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it. The stock market bounced back from Friday. So let's see what some stocks have done, shall we? So my information technology ETF, FTEC, gained $3.06 today, which is great, closing out at $188.57. NVIDIA gained $2.72, closing out at $144.69. SPLG, my S&P 500 ETF, gained 69 cents today, closing out at $70.91. Tesla gained $3.82 today, closing out at $329.13. Palantir gained $4.01 today, closing out at $141.41. Apple gained $1.97 today, closing out at $198.42. Microsoft gained $4.18 today, closing out at $479.14. Amazon gained $4 today, closing out at $216.10. And that is it for the news today with the stock market. That is it. That is it. That is it. And as always, I close out by saying, get out of debt, people. Create a budget. Write the vision. Write out all your bills. Everything that you owe money to, write it down. Write down how much money you bring home after taxes every week, every month. Tally up that money. Figure out how to get out of debt. Well, not figure out, create your plan to get out of debt. Because when you write that plan out, you're telling yourself how you're going to do it. That's why it says, write the vision, make it plain, and it will happen. It must happen because you're writing it out. You're thinking it through. You're envisioning it. You can see yourself at some point. It could be a year from now. It could be 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? Maybe. It may even take shorter time than you're expecting. But when you write down your plan to do a thing, it must come to pass. It has to come to pass. Now, life happens, right? But you get back up and you start all over again. But get out of debt, people, by creating a budget. Get out of personal loan debt. Get out of car loan debt. Get out of student loan debt. Get out of credit card debt. Get out of all forms of debt. And then if you have a mortgage, everything that you've been using to pay off your debt, but then you create your 3 to 6 months of living expenses. You create your kids' college fund. You fund that. You make sure that you are investing up to 15% of your income. Invest 15% or more of your income. Well, 15% of your income into your retirement plan. And then you tackle your mortgage if you have a mortgage. And then once your mortgage is paid off, you do whatever you want to do. You can invest more. You can give more. You can do whatever you want to do. You can make more money. Right. So I'm going to end this video here. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. Think, people. If you think anything at all, let me know. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. So any and all information on my channel is for entertainment purposes only, and it reflects my opinion, right? So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money if you are, not confident enough to do it on your own. So, all right, you guys take care. Remember, write the vision, make it plain. Peace!